Honestly, I have not been this angry and disgusted in a very long time. I don't even know if I can remember being this disgusted in my life ever. At this point, you're probably aware of what happened with Charlie Kirk. Rest in peace, Charlie. But this video is going to be talking about the reactions of people online. You can see a photo of a man over here, a student. This was seconds. Charlie's over there on the ground somewhere, being dragged to a car to try to save his life, bleeding from his neck. And this guy over here is immediately cheering that he's probably going to die. I think a photo like this, I mean, it's a video, it's not even a photo. We're all immediately cheering. Well, he's over there. He's over there getting drug away. This is a really sad day for America for a lot of reasons. And it honestly doesn't matter what side you're on. Like, if you're on the left, if you're on the right, doesn't matter. The point is that what Charlie stood for, and I'm not talking about his political views, I'm not talking about his opinions on the LGBTQ or the fact that he was a religious man or that he was a Republican. I'm talking about the fact that he stood for our freedom of speech. He stood for our right given to us by the Constitution, our right to be able to voice our opinions verbally in a non-violent manner, which it was. He never advocated for violence. He advocated for gun control, but he never advocated for violence. Remember, guns don't kill people. People kill people. He stood for our right to be able to have open and honest discussions about how we thought, what our opinions were, and talk about it. You didn't have to agree with him. You didn't have to agree with him. You didn't even have to listen to him. But he invited everybody who disagreed or agreed to come and have an open and honest discussion about what they thought. He was also a father, and he was also a husband. And his kids, that video is online, and it is horrific. And it was done in front of an entire college and in front of the entire world. I wake up today, and there are so many people cheering about his death. Literally cheering about this man's death. Because he had opinions. And I understand that Charlie had a lot of followers. But in my head, I've made my own opinions available online. I go live all the time, almost every day. and I've made my opinions visible online. Who's to say that someone's not going to come and kill me because of my opinions? It's no different. Charlie was a civilian. I understand that he met the president, he worked with the Republican Party, but he wasn't in charge of anything. He was a civilian. He used his opinions and his words, and that's it. He got killed for it. How would that be any different than if I got killed for my opinions and my words? It's setting a terrible precedent in this country to say that you cannot say how you feel. Freedom of speech doesn't mean the same thing if you get killed for it. There have been so many egregious videos online. This man over here, as there was a vigil for someone that passed away, the day after, or the night, or the same day, I don't even know when it was, he went around yelling at people just trying to mourn somebody that died. He was screaming, F Charlie, free Palestine, while they're literally saying praise the Lord and trying to pray for a God-fearing man. I'm not even religious, but in my thought, somebody that praises God, goes to church, does all those things, they're at least trying to do the right thing. Whether you agree with them or not, it doesn't matter. We then have other people literally coming on to TikTok saying how Charlie's death is not going to be the last one, and how people need to prepare.
Let this be a lesson to all those other conservative freaks, those little weirdos with podcasts. Just know your necks are on the line. Your necks? No. Your necks.
I don't even know. I don't even know how to respond to this. I think we are in a position in this country that it's almost no coming back from, where social media platforms have been so desensitized to things like this, where they just allow it to happen. They just allow it to happen. This is just one video. This is just one video. There are so many videos. Let's listen to one of the students there that was there. Okay, listen to this.
Tell me a little bit about the aftermath after this gunshot went off. What happened afterwards?
So I was with one of my good friends, and as soon as the gun went off, we both hit the floor, started praying. Everyone was screaming, and then we got up and we just started running. and we made it to our apartment. So
Yeah, you're right around this area. Did you see any students kind of like get injured as everyone was trying to escape?
no, but I did see a select group of students who stood up and cheered after the fact, which was really sad to see.
You're kidding me.
No.
Tell me a little bit about the aftermath after this gunshot went off. What happened?
Literally. There was, and it was just, wasn't just one or two. So many of them were cheering. Think about that for a minute. Like, how far gone are we? It's not just about a man dying. If you can't see that at this point, I don't know how else to describe it to you. It's not just about one man dying. No one should be celebrating the fact that this guy who was never promoted violence, he promoted gun control for good reason. If there's people like this that can just shoot you and they will get the gun no matter what, nothing will stop them, whether it's legal or not, because guns don't kill people, people kill people. If this guy can be shot down and people cheer about it, we are just effed. We are. I'm having a hard time processing it. I'm having a hard time processing. This is a teacher from Framingham.
God bless America. God.
This is a teacher from Framingham in what looks to be a restaurant. She's in a bar. She's in a restaurant openly. This is a teacher. She looks like a young teacher, so she's probably teaching our young kids. She's probably not teaching older kids. She's probably teaching our young children. It's in Framingham. It's about 30 minutes from me. In the state that I live in. You want your kids to be taught to celebrate people dying for using their words? Teacher. This is another Vigil where a couple left-wing extremists stole his phone, punched him in the face, broke his glasses, later were arrested at a vigil. These people are acting like Hitler was just killed, that a Nazi was just killed. And I hope people understand that the sole reason why this is happening is because of the media and people advocating for violence. If you go into while Trump was running and we had the elections and media was sitting there calling people Nazis, saying that he's literally Hitler, he's literally that. Come on, guys. Do you forget what Hitler did? How many people were mass murdered and segregated? And then to compare someone like that on the news to right-wing political opponents. It's obviously going to alienate people, and to brainwash people into thinking they really are Nazis. They really are all these things that they say. Because of their opinions, because of their words. What kind of a country? I mean, the UK right now is censoring people online, arresting you for things that you say online. Is that what America's going to turn into? Is that what we are going to turn into as American people? Where we don't have the liberty to speak our minds, that we don't have the liberty to speak our opinions? I mean, let alone getting arrested for your words. Now people are getting murdered for their words. And you disgusting animals who are cheering this on don't understand what you're cheering on. You're cheering on saying that it is acceptable to kill people over their words. What happens when one of your family members has an opinion? What happens when one of your family members has an opinion and gets murdered over it? Will you be cheering then? Will you be having a good time then? Or will you then see the fact that somebody got murdered because somebody had an opinion? Makes me sick. Makes me sick. Makes me absolutely sick. Here's Stephen Colbert talking about it. Someone, by the way, who has been adamantly against Trump and Charlie and the right. Adamantly again. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Good evening, everybody. After our scripts for tonight's show were finished this afternoon, we here at The Late Show learned that Charlie Kirk, a prominent right-wing activist, was killed at a speaking engagement in Utah. Our condolences go out to his family and all of his loved ones. I'm old enough to personally remember the political violence of the 1960s. And I hope it is obvious to everyone in America that political violence does not solve any of our political differences. Political violence only leads to more political violence. And I pray with all my heart that this is the aberrant action of a madman and not a sign of things to come.
And I think what he said is important, is that the only thing violence brings is more violence. That's all it does. And yes, there are some people that are calling for violence, but the problem is that there have been people calling for violence for a long time. And there has been some people that have just been saying no, no, no. But this is a turning point for a lot of people. This is a turning point for a lot of people who are starting to say enough is enough. If you start poking the bear too many times, the bear eventually is going to come at you. And it's going to cause an all-out war. And it's just not something we need. It's not something we need. This cheering, this disgusting. I mean, like, imagine being this happy. And he was feet away from watching somebody bleed to death. Oh my God. It makes me. Oh, it makes me angry. Oh, it makes me so angry. It makes me so disgusted. What kind of a human being needs to be like that? Just disgusting. And now, on Blue Sky, if you're not aware, Blue Sky is like the equivalent, the left-wing equivalent of X. There are people calling for who's next? J.K. Rowling next. Ben Shapiro next. Matt Walsh next. And this is celebrated. This is celebrated on social media. This is people are, when you see these, let's say that you're like a teenager and you're seeing all of these adults, because most of them are adults, and they're posting online laughing about it, saying, laughing my ass off, best birthday present ever. I'm laughing so hard. That's what you get, beach. Die, beach. That's what you deserve. Ben Shapiro next. When you have stupid Millie Bearden saying something like that, and then you see a teenager who maybe might be on medication, who maybe might not be stable, who is questioning life and purpose right now, who is maybe suffering in a lot of ways, maybe financially, mentally, physically, whatever. When you start saying something like that on a platform that is almost cult related, because Blue Sky will delete you if you're not left wing. It's not like X where you can just be on X, anyone that you want. Blue Sky will delete you. They'll ban you from the platform if you don't agree with their opinions. When you have a platform that will ban people for having a difference of opinion, but then everyone else that has the same opinion is starting to advocate murder towards other people, what do you think that is going to do? They know exactly what it's going to do. It's going to incite violence. It's going to incite more actions like this. And especially when there's people that don't know better, that haven't grown up in a world without this kind of stuff. Without social media antagonizing and bullying. We are so desensitized as a nation right now to say that this is okay. How dare you guys? How dare you? Anyone that's advocating for this. You need to take a long, hard look in the mirror and realize what kind of animal you are. Literally sick to my stomach just seeing any of this stuff. Let's take a moment. Let's take a moment and realize and this is what's online right now. This is what's online right now. I want you to understand.
Oh my god, guys, did you hear? The world's finally started to heal. Charlie Kirk was shot. Ooh.
I'm pretty positive that this is going to be the post that gets me canceled or widely unfollowed, but I am a very firm and staunch believer that you should never, at no cost, ever speak ill of the dead. Charlie's dead. How nice.
Bitch. The new South Park episode's gonna be too good.
He said that gun deaths are worth it to keep the Second Amendment. Alright. Bet, bitch.
Shot and cold? Oh my god. Maybe the laws will change. Maybe they'll change. Oh my god, maybe.
It's only a few. It's only a few. And I am beyond disgusted.
Oh no, someone shot Charlie Kirk. Look, I don't know who needs to hear this today, but that's how you pick up a woman. Oh no.
So that statement right there, this is the reason why this kind of stuff happens. Because of idiots like this who parade around literally saying that's how you pick up a woman. How many men do you think that are on that side will listen to this and be like, "Oh man, this chick is saying that's how to pick up a woman."
So two things that I want to say that probably will get me in trouble on this app and probably get me flamed, especially by the right. Number one, I think it's kind of poetic justice that the man who was spreading nothing but hatred and dishonest rhetoric got pew-pewed in the throat, so that in his final moments he couldn't in fact speak. I think that's just poetic justice. I know that's probably going to get me flamed. Another thing is I also find it kind of ironic that the last question that was asked to him before he was got was, do you know the amount of, it was about gun violence.
What about the fact that you're laughing that somebody died? Will it be poetic justice when you die? When you get shot? Is that what's going to happen? Will it be poetic justice then? Look at this disgusting, vile smile of this person.
Yes, he deserves to die, and I hope he burns in hell. And I really don't want to hear any moral superiority from the people who were just laughing about undocumented immigrants getting eaten up by alligators, okay?
No one got eaten by alligators. It's a mental health issue. We need to bring back insane asylums. We need to stop medicating all of America. Whatever they're giving these people. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. I can't even, anyway. I think I'll just leave you with this picture here and just before I even started making this video, I just sat here and looked at this picture. I think I've been more angry at other times in my life, but I don't think I've been as disgusted. I'm so disgusted. I don't know what comes next. from this, but I know that I'm not the only one feeling the way that I'm feeling. I want to be far away from these people. And to be honest, I hope some people in my life will reveal themselves. That I will see some people cheering. So then I can never have them in my life ever again. I'm not a religious man. But after what happened, and after seeing the gross amount of evil come out of it, it's hard not to be almost pushed towards God. I can't imagine what his wife and his 2 kids, one being a 1-year-old, is going to have to go through, not seeing their dad being around. And all of you cheering that those children will not have a father. You're just pure evil. You're an evil human being. We have to do better as a country. We can't keep doing this. We can't keep doing this.